before we begin, I would like to make this quick announcement, and it's about Patreon. So if you don't care about that, feel free to skip to this point of the video to get straight to the list. Now you can't complain. So yes, I have started a Patreon. Link is in the description. If you don't know what Patreon is, look it up, alright? That can't be asked. No, but I want to start off by making this perfectly clear. This is completely optional and completely up to you. I am not forcing you to do anything. However, if you feel like you want to help out a great deal every month, then do consider giving as much as you're comfortable with giving. Every pledge really does help, so even if you decide to donate $1 a month, it still helps me tremendously with working, motivating me, and ensuring that I can continue to create more content for you people, my dear viewers. You might think that it's not gonna make a difference unless you donate, for example, $20 a month, but that is simply not true, because if everyone does a little, then that would go a very long way. I do have a few rewards, as they call them, for those who decide to donate, for example, $5 or $10. I might add some more rewards in the future. For $5 a month, you'll receive access to monthly audio commentaries from my more serious, high-effort videos, and for $10 a month, your Patreon name will appear in the credits of every serious, high-effort video I make. Again, donating is completely optional and you really don't have to do it if you don't want to, but if you do decide to, know that it would go a long way, and I assure you that I will do everything in my power to continue making videos for you people, and hopefully entertaining you in the process. Thank you so much for listening. With all of that out of the way, let's begin. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a list detailing the worst of the worst when it comes to Mario creepypastas. Last time we went over bad Sonic stories, so it seems only fitting to go over Sonic's age-old rival, Mario. Mario himself is not clean when it comes to having some, interesting tales made about him, and we're gonna go over a few of them today. Let me start off by getting something off of my chest. Every single Mario creepypasta is the same. It was absolutely okay, I can't swear anymore. It was absolutely freaking mind-numbing to get through the amount of stories I read in preparation for this video, so I hope you guys appreciate it. I'm gonna try something new this time by splitting this list into two videos. Part 1 is gonna go over stories 10 to 6, and part 2 is gonna go over stories 5 to 1. So make sure you tune in next Friday for the second part. Let me know if you guys like this format of videos. With that said, before we get into the 10 stories I have lined up here, I want to go over 3 short dishonorable mentions that I just couldn't fit in with the other spots. They're still gold though. Once again, I must reiterate this: if any of the authors of these stories happen to come across this video, please remember that I'm only criticizing the stories and not you as people. Keep writing and keep improving. With all of that said and done, let's begin. Have you ever heard of the game Mario Kart 8? Well, if you have been living under a rock, it's the 8th installment in the Mario Kart series. I returned home from school and I wanted to relax, so I turned the Wii U on, and I was so bored that I wanted to lose on purpose, so I picked Toad just because I hate him. I lost, but when I got at the result screen, I was surprised Likey Toot, sorry if I butcher the names of these characters, looked kinda different. He looked like he was angry. Then the pop-up that tells you if you have unlocked something appeared. It said this character is no longer playable. I was surprised and I turned off the game and screamed. The next day I saw a note next to the Wii U. It said, "This is what happens when you lose my game." It had a picture of Toad with Lucky Toot's hook in his eye and a cut on his chest, blood spilling out. What the crap? I yelled. I turned on my Wii U and put on Mario Kart 8. Toad was sent on the select screen. The end. Okay. Today I downloaded a new game on yoyogames.com. It's called Mario Builder. So when I played it, it was really interesting. I made about 4 levels on it, but then something strange happened. I saw Mario standing there. When I tested the level, I couldn't move him around, but then Mario eyes became more red every second. I started to get frightened. Then Mario just started like charging into the level by himself. Then when he reached the checkpoint, the horror I saw. Mario grabbed a hammer from his hammer bro suit, then swatted the Toad's face into the ground. All over the Toad's head was blood. Then Mario started to eat his corpse. I hated Mario Builder. Are you scared yet? So there was this one time when the Slender Mass had decided to do something out of the ordinary. He went to go and join the Mario Kart rally, and he won every race because he would just teleport to the end. Mario was getting mad at his behavior and started to build a car that could kill him and stop Slender from stealing his flame. This car had all that it needed to destroy Slender Man. He built it, and the next race he found out that Slender can't be killed. He just made him angry. He went on a rampage and he killed all the members of the Mario Kart. This is how Wario started his gaming and he got famous. Wario. That evil bastard. Man, fuck you, Wario. You always were nothing but a sad, lazy Mario clone. Your mustache is lame, by the way, and now you think you can outdo Mario? Who do you think you are, Wario? Who do you think you are? And those were the dishonorable mentions. Now, the real business begins. Oh yes, be scared. Number 10. Mario's Mansion. It was a normal day. I had to go to work. My nephews were in school, and my dad was still in his grave. While I was printing some papers, I came across something that I couldn't understand. On one paper that I printed, it had a website URL and a code. SORIM. I went to the website and one thing popped up. The words "Enter code." I entered SORIM and it took me to an eBay-like website with only one thing for sale. A Wii game called Mario's Mansion. The price was $0. I never pass up on an offer that is obviously a fucking scam, so I bought it, waited a couple days and found it in the mail. Excited, I tore open the box and was angry to see a scratched up and somewhat fractured disc that said Mario's Mansion. Well, what did you expect? You bought a game for $0. Why are you angry? You got something for free. Hoping that it would work, I started my Wii and played the game. That was a mistake. The title screen started up with Mario screaming an ear-piercing scream, "Ah!" and falling over dead. I muted the TV and restarted the game. Instead of the scream, this time it opened to a cutscene of a dark forest with Mario and Luigi running. I don't know what they were running from, all that I know is that they ran into an old broken down mansion. As soon as the cutscene ended, I started playing as Mario. The controls barely worked, and the camera was fixated on him and Luigi just standing in the room paralyzed. Eventually the camera moved to show a pitch-black room, which contents could only be seen when lightning would strike. As a bolt of lightning struck, I saw Daisy, Peach, the Toads, Wario, that bastard, and Waluigi all hanging from ropes in the ceiling, and Bowser and his Koopalings laying underneath them covered in, you guessed it, blood. No, I understood. They were paralyzed with fear. Mario fell over and glitched through the ground. As this happened, Luigi's head turned, deformed, and twisted in ways that I can't even bring myself to describe because I don't have any imagination. I turned the game off. I took the game out, went outside, and smashed the fucking thing to pieces. If ever someone else should make my mistake, may God have mercy on your soul. Yes, that was only the first one. You should be terrified of the journey we're about to go on, dear viewer. Number 9. My encounter with Super Mario. Super Mario. If it didn't came to life, I would kill myself. But I tell you a story that I almost got killed by him. This was a real experience for me. My 58-year-old grandmother bought a Wii for me. I was so excited after all these years, after playing my dad's PSP and my brother's DS. I finally have my own console since my NES. I plugged into my TV and put it on. My grandmother bought 2 Wii remotes with nunchucks, one for me and one for my brother. Or I could pick my random relative while my bro wasn't around. I got started and found out that someone had downloaded Super Mario Bros. I'm not kidding. Since I am a huge Mario fan, much like everyone else, I started it. The original screen came up. I was so excited I can finally play my favorite game on my NES. But it's not a NES, you're playing it on the Wii. As the music played, Mario didn't move. I pressed right really hard, and still Mario wouldn't move, so I tried to reset the game. An error message popped up saying, "Don't reset it, go back into the game. You'll find something." What the? I don't know what to expect. I went to go back, and I could see Mario staring at me. He went to the screen and pulled me into the game! I screamed and yelled for help, but everyone was away for vacation. I was sucked into the game by Mario's beast-like hands. I looked everywhere for something, and all I saw was Mario trying to chase me. I ran as fast as I could to get away. I picked up a mushroom and jumped over a Koopa. I kicked his shell, and Mario kicked it right back at me. He then picked up a Starman. I still ran and ran to this endless 1-1 level. But when I saw a cliff, I had to make a choice. Mario or Pit? Lucky me, there were brick blocks on top of me, so I jumped on it. Mario acted very smart and followed me to the top. Then, I could see a flagpole at the end. "Yes!" I shouted, and jumped on the flagpole. Mario then was killed by that same Pit. I was thrown back in my room, thrown completely to the bed. The Wii had a message saying, "Thank you for killing that dick Mario." I turned off the Wii and didn't play it for a month. After that month, I had 5 Wii tapes, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Brawl, Wii Sports, Mario Party 8, and Super Mario Galaxy. After I turned on my Wii, Super Mario Bros. Wasn't there anymore. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness indeed. Number 8. Revenge on Mario. Finally a Mario creepypasta that does not have anything to do with haunted games. Thank the maker! It was an unusually dark day in the Mushroom Kingdom, but that didn't stop Mario and Luigi from enjoying a peaceful evening. It was unusually calm in their house in the forest. Although Mario was downstairs, Luigi had locked himself in his room. He wanted some privacy. Luigi was... writing in his diary. Well, that's boring. "Dear diary, we just got back from saving the princess again, and like usual, Mario took most of the credit. Sometimes I feel like I'm always forgotten." Luigi bit down on his lip, hesitated, and kept writing. "Sometimes I get tired of living in my brother's shadow. I sometimes get teased for being the cowardly of us both. Well, I'll try to get over it. Good night. Luigi." He closed the book. Lightning flashed outside. Although Luigi jumped, he calmed rather fast. Mario was calling him downstairs for dinner. Luigi, without thinking, unlocked his door and walked downstairs. Mario saw him walk in with a weird blank expression on his face. "Luigi, are you alright?" Luigi didn't answer. "Luigi!" Mario waved his hand in front of Luigi's face. His brother snapped back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh! God, I'm white. "Oh, sorry, bro. I was just thinking about something." But Mario noticed that the strangeness didn't stop there. Luigi walked over to the kitchen counter, unaware of what he was doing, and pulled out a knife from the silverware drawer. He sat down at the table, the knife on his lap. He wasn't tired, but his eyes were half closed, and his head tilted down. Mario sat down as well at the opposite end and stared at his brother for a few minutes, which seemed like ages. "Luigi, is there something wrong? You can tell me if something's wrong. We're brothers, remember." Luigi hesitated, but finally mustered up the courage to say it. "I'm tired." Mario looked puzzled, but he knew he was getting somewhere with this. "Tired of what?" "Tired of living in a shadow. I want to be noticed." Now Mario was starting to get frightened. He didn't know what his brother was talking about. He quickly stood up, but Luigi also stood up. He was glaring at Mario now, gripping the knife tightly in his right hand. "You always steal the glory. You leave me on the opposite side of the bridge when you knock Bowser into the lava underneath it. You always get the Peach's attention. I'm always the one who gets left behind." Mario desperately wanted to say something, but he couldn't. Everything his brother said was correct, and it took him until now to realize it. He gulped, and sweat began to run down the side of his face. "The only time anyone had ever paid me any notice is when I saved you from the haunted mansion. I didn't even want to do it, but I did it because we're brothers and we look out for each other. But even after, things were still the same as ever." Luigi was enraged, gritting his teeth in anger. Luigi was slowly stepping towards Mario, who backed away at the same pace. "Maybe if I get rid of you, people will finally pay me the respect I deserve. Yes, that's what I'll do." "Luigi!" Luigi lunged at Mario, the knife glinting, and grabbed him by the neck. Luigi quickly slit his brother's throat and let him fall to the floor. Though Mario lay there gasping for air, Luigi paid him no mind. He only proceeded to pick up his diary. After that, he opened the door and left while Mario laying on the floor dying. That's right, he opened the door, got on the floor, and did the dinosaur! By the time anyone had found Mario, he was already dead and Luigi was long gone. There was only a pool of blood on the floor where Mario lay. All you could see was the fear in his eyes when he died. Where Luigi is now, nobody in the Mushroom Kingdom knows. But one thing is known. He finally got the attention he so longed for. All that was found was his diary. That is how anyone found out it was him in the first place. Are you really happy now, bro? I got way too much into that, I'm gonna admit, but that was a lot of fun to read. Did I mention that I've always preferred Luigi over Mario? Luigi is awesome. Number 7. Super Mario World: The Lost World. Alright guys, this story is a bit long, so I'm gonna have to summarize it. This story begins with this wonderful introduction. Super Mario. Good game. Everyone wants Mario. So the author of this story tells us of how he one day went to work and saw an old man near the office selling old GBA cartridges. While at work, the author noticed one of their office mates' kids playing with his GBA, who claimed the game was glitched, and asked the author to fix the cartridge. So of course, spooky stuff went down. The title screen was red, and the music was in a low-pitched tone, and once pressing start, the game went... Here we go! Super Mario! So you know, blah blah blah, things in the world were changed, and Yoshi's house there were dead Yoshi everywhere, and blood was everywhere because of course it was, and I don't even know. Then the author entered Boo's house, and after some gameplay, a red background appeared with a real dead kid on the background. A big Boo started chasing Mario, and a loud voice then said, "Boo! Super Mario dead." The author's boss caught him playing the game and scolded him. After a few minutes, the author connected the cartridge to his computer and found a TXT file that said, "Random symbols blah blah blah, thank you for playing Super Mario World The Lost World." A bunch of binary. He looked up the binary code on the internet and it of course said Evil Mario 666. The author deleted the hacked ROM and inserted the real Super Mario World game into the cartridge and gave it back to the kid. He was really happy. After these exciting escapades, the old man who sold the cartridges was gone. Then, the author rounds off this beautiful journey by saying, "At the exact place, I saw a cartridge with a 666 written on pencil pen. I hope I didn't pick it up. It caused a huge trouble. I go up the office and put the cartridge on my cabinet. I went home safely." Well, at least the author made it home safe. And he obviously didn't learn anything. So we've just wasted our precious time listening to a completely meaningless and directionless story. I would apologize, but I warned you. Was what we said, it will get worse. Number 6. Mario's Horrible Death. The Grifting. I was walking in my attic, looking for some tools and energy drinks because I had to hang drywall. I found an old dusty box with a couple NES cartridges in it. One of them was a cartridge with black Sharpie on it. There was a little doodle of Mario. He was holding a stiletto knife. It was dripping with blood. The blood looked photorealistic and was far too real to be drawn with regular ink marker. The title said, "Mario's Horrible Death, The Grifting." No, it can't be. That name was far too familiar. It brought back horrific memories. The death, the blood, the wrists, the knife. It all came back, all of it. I dropped the cartridge. When it hit the floor, multiple black widows crawled out of it. Ew. Morbid curiosity forced me to put the game in my old NES. Right off the bat, I knew something was wrong. The game played a painful screech. I grabbed my ears and fell out of the attic door, hurting my leg. I walked up the ladder, and I saw something that scared the fuck out of me. It was Mario, with blood on his sleeves. He said something that sounded strangely familiar. "My name is Mario. I'm going to kill you," he said in a raspy, "My name is Mario. I'm going to kill you." "My name is not important. What is important is what I'm going to do," he said in a raspy, murderous tone. I grabbed a bat and whacked him on the head. Right when the bat hit his head, I was at the bottom of the ladder. My arm was profusely bleeding, my wrists to be particular. The cut said, "It's me, Mario. I am going to kill you." I got a bandage and bandaged my arm. I grabbed the NES controller and continued the game. Wait, this is a game? I thought this was real life. Mario ran without my control, pulled out a 12-inch stiletto knife, and gutted a Koopa. He stomped on its head until his eyes popped out. Right when that happened, I felt a knife pierce my stomach. There was a scar that said, "It's me, Mario. I am going to fucking kill you." I freaked the fuck out and calmed down, grabbing the controller. Mario ran to a castle and pinned Iggy to the ground, bashing his head in with a rock. He fondled the Koopa with a perverted breath. Oh, no. I felt something touch my penis. I folded my legs and it stopped. Mario said, "It's me, Mario. I am going to fucking rape you." What? What? I was in shock. I didn't know what to say. I was going to run out of the attic and call the cops, but the ladder fell down and the door closed. I was trapped. I pulled out my phone and it was covered in white. Oh no! It was covered in white, tough liquid. Oh fuck, that's gross. I tried to turn it on and nothing happened. Mario ran towards a toad and lobotomized it with a stick. He left the poor creature alive. I cried. I thought about what was going to happen. Mario went in Daisy's castle, pinned her by the neck, and took off her clothes. He raped her for what seemed like hours. The TV bursted in flames and my NES overheating. This story is very offensive, holy shit. I'm so sorry. Mario appeared behind me. What the fuck is going on? I screamed. Mario responded in a hushed, perverted voice. It's a me, Mario. I am going to keep you with me forever. I got a horse crop and ran to the corner. Mario slowly, calmly, waddled toward me. He's a penguin. With a twisted grin. I charged at him, whipping him repeatedly. I shoved my thumbs in his eyes, and he laughed. Blood poured out like a fountain, but he did not die. I got the crop and broke it in two, shoving the sharp sides in his eyes. He still was alive. He grabbed Mai by the neck, lifted me up, then threw me at the wall. I got up and he ran towards me and uppercutted me. Jaw was broken. I got a knife that was by me, well that was convenient, and stabbed him in the neck. And he still lived. Well, this is getting repetitive. He clenched his hand in a fist, then bashed my brains in. I lay there, bleeding, and he laughed. He is coming for the ones that pass creepy stories off as nonsense, the ones that venture into the nocturnal heaven without thinking that someone could be watching you. He is coming. Be ready. Mario. Well, if the author died, and, if the author died, how was he able to know all this? Not even gonna question it. And with that wonderful tale, I think it's time we take a break. Tune in next time for the exciting conclusion to the Mario stories, Straight from Hell. It's only gonna get worse from here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay awesome. Goodbye.
Hello. It's a me, Mario.